For East Asia, we are facing a population pressure, but put pressure on the land so that land use planning and then the prevention of forest conversion becomes a very crucial issue. So in Southeast Asia, I think number one problem is the land use planning and spatial and resource use management to assure that we cope with the population increase with development without environmental destruction and negative impact on climate change. We must have a common focus, and the common focus is dictated by the priorities related with basic needs like food security, water security, energy security. These are elements that must have the highest priority, and that will have the support of the civil society if the government put an emphasis, devote their funds, resources firmly to solve this security problem. Yeah. Indonesia has to play a significant role because if there's a climate change and the temperature increase, it's Indonesia as an archipelago which suffer the most, not other parts of Asia. We will suffer the most. We have 70,508 islands, and when there is this climate change, sea level rise, we will lose 2,500 islands. So for us, and second, the staple food, our staple food is rice, and rice depends on water. And water will be scarce in climate change. So for Indonesia, we must play an important role, not because Indonesia is important, but because we depend very much for our country's survival on water, on that the island will not sink, and that means how to cope with climate change. Get the price right. The key notion here is that the climate environmental issues, pollution, and all the CO2 emission are not incorporated in the cost of business, not incorporated in economics. And therefore, the business, when they pollute, it is not calculated, not considered as cost. And it is in that context we have a market failure, that the market is not internalizing environmental cost. So the priority here is get the price right, get the economy on the proper price level in which then fossil fuel are not subsidized and therefore allowing possibility of growing the renewable energy. That must be the focus. And engineers, but more so by the politician. Yeah? So the politician must be aware that we must change the development pathway. The development will be there, but the way we have developed in this 20th century is not environmental friendly. So environment strategy is not against development, but it acts and it wants a development which is differently. And a development that considers the cost and price of environment. And with that, I think we have development without environmental destruction. The role is to break the walls of knowledge of scientists among in the way to do the research and the way of scientific thinking. Too much of our scientists are blocked in sectoral thinking. Economics are economists about economic issues, politics scientists, political issues, lawyer issues, and so on. So we are fragmented, while environmental issues requires an interdisciplinary approach, an intersectoral approach. Scientists must get the knowledge wall down, have a view of an interdisciplinary view that climate change, environmental issue needs an interdependency of economic, social, environment, technology, law, and so on and so forth. The research centers must train themselves in getting the knowledge wall down. I hope that with this discussion here, initiated by your research institute, that you will now promote and lead the way of this interdisciplinary way of thinking, research effort that can meet the challenge of environment that is crucial in Southeast Asia, that can meet that challenge so that Southeast Asia will be an example of the way that together all scientists, all politicians, all government, business, and civil society are working together to lick the problem of climate change. We must be able to tell the world it can be done. You must promote this. You must be the pioneer.